Hello, dear friends. Welcome to Cardiac Radio, where we are here to nourish our souls. I'm Norah Brasil, the host of this program, Pages of Hope. Thank you so much for your support to Cardiac Radio, for returning, right? Cardiac Radio is such an inspiration for all of us. So thank you so much. As we get started, we want to thank the spirits for all of the divine enlightenment that we will receive throughout this program. And with that said, let's watch this video so we can get introduced to what we will be discussing today, because we got lots of great stuff today.
I will need some ice on that.
Greetings, dear son.
Wait for me. Where am I? I just appeared here.
Let's say we're in a spiritual room. Boys, haven't you read the Spirit's book?
What is that music? It's beautiful.
It's Mozart. Imagine us meeting Mozart. Kardec shared some dialogues in Review Spirit Magazine. Mozart is in Jupiter. Let's connect with Kardec and Mozart.
Hello, dear brother.
How's it going, Kay?
You know, questioning.
Love that about you.
We love your music.
It continues.
Thanks for sharing your Jupiter experience.
It's a glimpse only.
Kardec and Mozart.
Double the trouble. When will you get it?
Boys, let us pray.
Mozart communicated with several spirits. I can't wait to follow the dialogues.
So it is, my sons.
So it is.
Dear friends, yes, as adults, we can still watch cartoons. So I want to thank those guys, right, for helping us get into a light mood, because really, when I think of Jupiter, perhaps this might be something that you might feel. It's a lighter planet, right? So we're all in this lighter vibration. The study for today is from the Spiritist Magazine, edition 16, pages 14 through 16. The title is Mozart Melody and Jupiter. This is the way that the actual article looks. Friends, it takes a couple of seconds, if you haven't done so, to download the magazine and see the different kinds of literature found within the Spiritist Magazine. So we have all sorts of things, and today we're actually going to listen to the interview that Mozart and some mediums had with him, right? So of course, just so it could be a lot easier on us, since this is a video platform, I'm gonna watch/listen to this interview, and then when we come back, we'll just discuss something very briefly on this, and then we keep going because there's a lot more.
Seriously, popcorn. Want some? We prefer water.
Okay, let's listen to the dialogue.
What is melody?
I will tell what we understand as melody in our world. Melody is often a reminder of the past for you. Your spirit recalls what it devised in a better world. In Jupiter, where I live, there is melody everywhere. In the murmur of water, in the sputtering of the leaves, in every corner of the wind. The flowers whisper and sing. Everything makes sounds melodious. Be good. Conquer this planet by your virtues. You chose well. Singing to God, religious music helps elevate the soul. We would like to inspire in you the desire to see this world where we are so happy. We are all charitable. Everything is beauty and nature is so wonderful. Everything inspires in us the desire to be with God. Courage, courage. Believe I am indeed talking to you. Trust my spiritist communication. It is truly me who is here. I enjoy the power to tell you what we experience here. May I inspire in you much love to goodness, so you become worthy of this reward.
What is the duration of the life of an incarnated spirit on another planet than ours?
Life is short in inferior planets. It is longer in worlds as the one in which I have the happiness of being now. In Jupiter, we live, on average, 300 to 500 years.
Is our music the same on other planets?
No music can give you an idea of the one we produce here. It is divine. Oh, happiness. Strive to deserve the enjoyment of similar harmonies. Work on it. Courage. We don't have instruments. The choristers are the plants and birds. Thought composes and the listeners enjoy it without material hearing, without the help of word, irrespective of the immeasurable distance. It is even more sublime in the superior worlds.
Will there be any advantage in returning to inhabit the Earth?
No. Unless it's on a mission, thus we advance.
Wouldn't one be happier staying in the spiritual realm?
No, you would stagnate, and we all want to move towards God.
Is it the first time I live on Earth?
No, but I cannot speak of the past of your spirit.
Could I see you in my dreams?
If God allows, I will make you see my housing in your dream, and you'll keep its memory.
Where are you here?
Between you and your daughter. I see the two of you. I'm in the form I had when I was incarnated.
Could I see you?
Yes. Believe and you will see me. If you had more faith, we would be allowed to say why. Your own profession is a bond between us.
How did you enter here?
Spirits run through everything.
Are you still far from God?
Oh, yes.
Do you understand eternity better than us?
Yes, but you cannot understand it while in the physical body.
What do you understand by universe? Was there a beginning and will there be an end?
According to you, the universe is the earth. Nonsense. The universe had neither a beginning nor an end. Consider that the universe is the work of God. The universe is infinite.
What should I do to stay calm?
Do not worry so much about your body. You disturb the spirit. Avoid this tendency. You fear death.
What should I do not to fear it?
Trust God. Particularly, believe that God does not separate a useful father from his family.
How can I reach this calm?
Through your will.
Where could I draw this will from?
Use work to divert your thoughts from it.
What should I do to improve my talent?
You can evoke me. I have the permission to inspire you.
When I'm working.
Indeed. When you want to work, I'll sometimes be near you.
Will you hear my work?
You are the first musician who evokes me. I am pleased to come to you and I hear your works.
How do you explain that you have never been evoked?
I was evoked, not by musicians though.
By whom?
By several ladies and curious people in Marseille.
Why does the Hail Mary move me to tears?
Your spirit detaches and joins mine and Pergolesi, who inspired me in this work, but I forgot that passage.
What do you mean by forgetting the music you composed?
The one I have here is so beautiful. Why remember what was simply matter?
Do you see my mother?
She is reincarnated on Earth.
WHO is she?
I cannot say anything on the subject.
What about my father?
In the spirit world doing good. He will help in the progress of you, mother. They will reincarnate together and be happy.
Do they come to see me?
Many times. You actually own them your charitable impulses.
Was my mother WHO asked to be reincarnated?
Yes. She had great desire to elevate herself through a new trial to enter a world superior to Earth. She already gave a huge step in that direction.
What do you mean by that?
She resisted to all temptations. Her life on Earth was sublime, compared with her past, when she was an inferior spirit. Thus, she already climbed some steps.
So, did she choose a test beyond her strengths?
Yes, that was it.
When dream that I see her, is itself really her?
Yes.
If they had evoked BICHAT* on the inauguration day of his statue, would he have responded? Was he there?
He was there, and so was I.
Why were you there?
I was there much like several other spirits who enjoy goodness and feel happy when humanity glorifies the ones who occupied themselves minimizing humanity's suffering.
Thank you, Mozart, so long.
Trust, believe, here I am. I am happy. Believe that there are worlds above yours. Trust God. Evoke me more often, and in the company of musicians, I will be more than happy to instruct you and contribute to your improvement, and help you ascend to God.
Wow, absolutely out of this world, isn't it, dear friends? To think about life from that perspective. So just so we can conceptualize this, have some, some afterthoughts with this amazing article. There are three things that come to the heart, come to our minds when it comes to this. Of course, one is that Mozart continues, right? He's still working. He's still making music that we probably can't even fathom in our hearts how that would sound. So incredible, as he said, right? How music is created in that sphere, so different, beyond our imaginations. Number two, inspiration comes as divine help from higher planets. Yes, we are always getting helped, as he was saying, and he was inspiring that artist to when she was doing her music work. And so how many times we have a lot of inspiration around us, right? And we thank and we're so grateful. I'm always so grateful for this amazing inspiration that we get to continue collaborating with Kardec Radio, right, dear friends? But each and every one of us get inspired every day by in different ways, and it's just such a beautiful collaboration and teamwork. And of course, number three is that worlds are equipped, right? Worlds are equipped. They are where they need to be, and then it's our job to be aligned to them, right? And of course, the more we evolve, the more we progress into higher realms, and who knows, one day we might end up in Jupiter. So now the next question is Jupiter the only planet, or is Mozart the only person that's talked about Jupiter? Actually, no. There is an article, it's the Spiritist Review, Journal of Psychological Studies, March 1858, that was published, entitled Jupiter and a Few Other Worlds, and you can find this in Kardecpedia. And let's just take a brief look through it so we can have an idea, because in here it actually tells us in further detail other really cool things about Jupiter. I always am fascinated by Jupiter, so let me share the screen from that perspective. Alright, dear friends, so this is the place where we can find the article, the Spiritist Review, Journal of Psychological Studies, 1858 in March. So there's a lot of food for thought here. I highly encourage you as well to read and make personal connections between Mozart's account of his experience and all the information that's found here as well on Jupiter and other planets. So if we come here in this area, this particular paragraph, it discusses the different levels in different planets. Like Mars is lower than Earth, and then it keeps moving on, talking about how the moons on Venus are more or less, let me just see if I can highlight right here. Yeah, the moons, there you go, the moon and Venus are more or less at the same level and in all aspects, or more advanced than Mercury and Saturn. Uranus and Neptune would be above the latter one. So we see how each planet has its own thing. But as it says here, of all the planets, the most advanced is Jupiter. Okay, and then it gives some really cool ideas, because it states it's not just the moral state, but the physical structure. So it's so nice for the spirits to share this information in a way that we can construct it with our language, in a way that we can understand it. So now let's look, dear friends, at some of the structures. And again, I'm not going to read through this. We're just going to look through it, but I encourage you, right? So some of the things, of course, is the weight almost. It's a very light planet, less material and less dense. And talking about diseases, right here we had still struggling with COVID and understanding all of this, and here most of the diseases that afflict us here is unknown to them. Interestingly too, our nutrition, I know that summertime is coming and we tend to change our diets. It's warmer, right? And then we go back and forth different. Well, they have a very different diet than perhaps here on earth. Their diet consists of fruits and plants which they harvest within their own planet in Jupiter, which is very, very interesting. So now about the communication, it says here they communicate with each other very easily. So that's nice. It's like they're like in a different state, something that is very different for us, right? They have the intuition they have of their futures also, given to them. They're more evolved, different, so they have a different way of experiencing communication and language. They also have animals, right? So again, the animals too, they're more advanced. They have a different way of being, and all right. And the very lovely thing, as they say here, those spirits from Jupiter, they love to talk about Jupiter to us, right? They love to inspire us. And just thinking about Mozart too, being, and he is a musician, he's an artist, right? Of course, the inspiration is like, and I'm just putting human words to this, but they're just so inspired and they're embedded with this inspiration that I can see them really wanting to talk about Jupiter to us. And so, all right, and there it is. And the last thing, of course, is the architecture. And so we know that this is a huge characteristic of Jupiter. There's architecture, buildings that we do not can imagine, right? So this again is just a little food for thought, friends, to make connections. So when you have some extra time, I encourage you to also read this article as well. All right, dear friends, so since Pages of Hope is it's a space where we really focus a lot on poetry, we've been inspired to write a poem seeing Jupiter from a different perspective, right? It's almost like having a tea time with Jupiter. So this poem is really personifying Jupiter. And that's how we will end the program. Thank you so much, Cardiac Radio mentors, for all the assistance today. And thank you for everything, and all brothers and sisters in Jupiter for your inspiration, Mozart and all, for all of this. And I'll see you next week, same time, same place, and enjoy this beautiful poem. God bless. Waiting for tea time at the table. Jupiter, will you be my guest? Can we play like butterflies, hold hands, laugh and eat pies? I dream, wonder about this fest. Can my wings fly so high to stop by? If Jupiter were a dress in lavender flowers, oh so blessed, her spirit so free that her bare feet on universe dust in quantum greens we can hear her steps vibrating within. At her tea table, Jupiter's moon's eclipse, bringing a light that hides yet shines our nourishment. No embellishing flares, just simple flowers, wafers, jam, lemonade, fresh fruit arranged on plates with divine airs. If we were to play music on Jupiter's tune, it would be all major keys hitting the pitch simultaneously to ears, but each sound individually clear. Minor notes sung by angelic clouds, echoes and frequencies profound. The tears fall out like musical thunder dancing around. I sit by my tea table, living all this with Jupiter's gleam, sitting down with lavenders and pink, summer hats and conversations no one will believe. There she goes, Jupiter's spirit just flees.